You are now tuned in to the In Those Jeans limited series, dedicated to the 16-year-old version of me who was fighting to feel good in her own body. In 2 months, I'll be turning twice her age, so I figured as a gift from me to her, why not heal her for good? Hello, my love. I'm Rima, your tough, loving big sis who takes her own advice. And you are officially tuned in to the first ever episode of the In Those Jeans series. I am on a mission to fit into these $400 pair of jeans that are currently about 2 sizes too small by my 32nd birthday on October 16th, 2 months from when this video goes out. I have never, by the way, paid $400 or even near $400 for a pair of jeans. So I will be doing a big reveal of these jeans very soon. But before I do that, I do want to give you kind of like a little story time on why I wanted to do this challenge to begin with. It's a lot deeper than you think. I dedicate this entire challenge to the 16-year-old version of me, literally half of my life ago, who was just fighting to feel good in her own body. So I want to take you a little bit down memory lane. I will never forget being in middle school, trying to put together these cute outfits, which at the time was just like a graphic tee from Abercrombie and a pair of jeans. And during this time, my aunts would always be decluttering their closet, and they would invite myself and my 2 cousins over to just sit on their bed, and then they would just be piling up all these clothes, asking us if we wanted any of them. The thing that was the biggest hit, at least for me, was always the jeans that they would be handing out. It would be like Guess jeans. Sometimes you'd get your hands on a pair of True Religions or 7 jeans, which I didn't understand the value of, and no middle schooler or high schooler should have known the value of that at the time, but that's neither here nor there. That's basically where my obsession with jeans started. I remember I used to have piles and piles and piles of jeans in my closet, and I just took pride in my jeans collection. Until one summer, the summer, I came back from one of our family trips to Lebanon. I'm about to go into sophomore year of high school. I was 16 years old, and I was excited to, put together my first day of school outfit, until I realized that none of my favorite jeans fit me anymore. I literally had no idea that I had gained that much weight that summer until I tried to fit back into my favorite pair and they just wouldn't fit. You can imagine how much shame and just discomfort I felt going into my new school year with this new body that was just unrecognizable to me. Now, being the stubborn and low-key in denial version of me that I was at that time, I didn't go out and buy new jeans. I kept those jeans in my closet and just promised that I would fit into them. There were little ebbs and flows in my weight because I was really athletic. I was always playing sports, but I never managed to fit back into those jeans and maintain that size. So after years and years of just trying to maintain my weight, I finally decided that I should give those jeans away. I mean, some of them weren't even in style anymore by that point, but still, I felt so heartbroken. I was crushed, and it just kind of felt like I was giving up on myself, and I never really shook how that moment felt for me. I do think it's very important to note that I was looking back on old pictures for this video just to like pull up some pictures and show you guys. There were several pictures where I was genuinely skinny, and I did not feel skinny. Like, I was fitting back into those old jeans, but feeling terrible about my body. That's such an important point for me to address here, because I should have just known at that point in time that my body itself was not the problem. The problem was the way that I felt about myself, and that feeling of shame and discomfort and just self-loathing would carry its way into every new version of my body for basically the rest of my life. I could have started this challenge years ago or even months ago, but I chose to start it now because I'm genuinely at a point right now where I trust myself and I feel good in this version of my body. In fact, I had to start feeling good with this version of myself and the version that was even 10 pounds heavier than this before I can get to a point where the weight started coming off from a place of love and from a place of health, and not from the old place of shame and self-loathing that might get that quick result, but it would never lead to a sustainable change for me. I really want this limited series to motivate and inspire you, but I want to stress the point that this is only fun for me because while there is a garment that does not fit me right now, I have hundreds of garments of clothes in my closet that make me feel good in this version of my body. I do not want you to try this if you are doing it from a place of shame, and only you know that. But if you're doing it from a place of excitement and motivation, then by all means join me. I'm so excited to get to a point where shopping for jeans will finally feel fun again. And speaking of jeans, let's do the big reveal, shall we? To kick this challenge off, I went to Bloomingdale's and I tried on 3 pairs of jeans. I had done some research ahead of time, and I want to share with you some of the criteria because I'm very thought out and I know what will motivate me at this point in life. And I really wanted this challenge to be as successful as possible, and a lot of that rested on whether the jeans themselves motivated me, because the whole point is I'm trying to fit into these things, right? So I had to really love them. So the first criteria was the price. Like I said, this is literally twice what I've ever paid, and that was purposeful. It was because I wanted to sweat a little bit. Like, I want to be stressed about the fact that 2 months from now, I can no longer return these things. So there really is no option other than to fit into them. That kind of just ups the ante a little bit. So that was number 1. Number 2 is that the jeans quite literally needed to excite me. I didn't want to get just any pair of blue jeans. Looking at them in my closet, like I want to hang them up here and see them all the time. And a pair of regular blue jeans just would not feel as exciting. Like, I'm not going to look at them and be like, oh my God, I'm so excited for the day that I could fit into these if they don't have anything special about them. So they had to have a little bit of something special and different. But at the same time, rule number 3 is that they needed to not be so special that I couldn't wear them every week, because if I'm paying $400 for a pair of jeans, you better believe I'm going to wear them out, literally. I wanted them to be special, but not too special to where it would feel weird if I'm wearing them all the time. And then last but not least, I wanted the fit to be challenging but realistic. So that's actually why I didn't try on any pairs of jeans that had a stretch to them. I didn't want to gaslight myself once I fit into them to be like, oh, you don't actually fit into these. You just stretch them enough and now you fit into them. Like, I wanted to know without a shred of doubt that when I'm in those jeans, but at the same time, I didn't want to try on a pair of jeans that just didn't look realistic. Like, in a 2 months time frame, would I be able to get into these? I didn't want to feel doubtful of my ability to do it. I wanted to feel in control. So based on those criteria, which ones do you think I ended up going with? None other than pair number 3. As you saw in the video, the Alice and Olivia cargos. They're so cute. They just felt so right on me, even if they don't fit yet. I just was so excited about my ability to get into these. I know that these are also very trendy right now, and I'm hoping they're still trendy in 2 months when I end up getting into them. I just know that once I hang these up, literally right now, I'm going to stare at them every single day and just be excited about it. Like, I don't feel any shame looking at these. I don't feel any fear. I genuinely look at these and they just feel exciting. Like, that's what I want. They kind of feel like a little vision board where every day as I'm getting dressed, I am just so excited to do this for myself. So starting today, I will be doing a check-in. The idea is that with every episode I release, I get closer and closer. And I'm sure I'll have some weeks where I'm bloated just as being a woman, but I'm gonna be so for real with you guys and just show you the exact progress towards my goal of getting into these babies right here. So I'm gonna actually go do that right now. I'm gonna change. I'll put some measurements up on the screen so that we have something a little bit more objective. I won't be weighing myself, and that's a whole nother video for another day. I'll definitely talk about that maybe in an episode or 2, but it's a very deliberate decision for me to not pay attention to the scale and to focus on things like how my clothes are fitting, how I'm feeling, obviously, and then my measurements week by week. So I'm gonna go change and I'll see you in my bathroom. Okay, so you just saw how the jeans fit me. I'm also gonna do a readout of my measurements. So my tummy is at 37.5. My waist is sitting at 30.5. My butt is at 41.5. My right arm is at 12.6 and my right thigh is at 25 inches. It's funny, I had a trainer that would have me submit these. This was about a year ago. And they would never ask for the tummy. They would just ask for the other four. And the tummy is the one that really gets me. So I've included that in these measurements because I know that's gonna be the one that's gonna go down the most. Right now it's at 37.5 and I kind of wish that I measured it 2 months ago or even 5 months ago because I've lost 10 pounds since then. And I'm sure it was close to 40 at that point. But I have these love handles and that's usually what like adds to my circumference. So I'm excited to see that one go down. My waist has been very slowly going down. That's gonna be the one that I anticipate hopefully drops at least half an inch by the end of the month. And then probably a full inch before I fit into these jeans or maybe a little bit more, who knows. And then my butt actually got smaller over the past year because I've been doing a lot of like F45 and kind of like cardio-ish type workouts, but that's why I have my trainer. That number will start to go up and I'm so excited for that. Arms and thighs, pretty standard. Like my arms have been getting more lean. I'm hoping to get those down by at least half an inch. And I just like my thighs. I don't even want my thighs to get smaller. I want everything around them to get smaller except for my butt. I want my butt to get bigger. I'm happy with where my measurements are, to be honest. I like how gradual things are moving and I just have a lot of faith in myself. But I did want to give something a little bit objective so that we're not just trying on jeans. You can actually see, you know, week by week the progress that I'm making. I also wanted to talk to you about this new little toy that I bought to accompany me on this journey. So if you've heard of the 5-minute journal, no, this is not sponsored, but it should be. The 5-minute journal is my shit. Like, I love it. It's a quick way to just get your gratitude in. I got targeted actually for the fit edition. And I'm like, you know what? This would be a great addition to this journey. Basically, the reason that I love it, I was looking for something like this. I plan my meals every week. It gives you like an opportunity to plan out not just the meals, but the workouts that you're hitting. And I have a goal of hitting 5 workouts this week, as well as 5 high protein dinners cooked at home. In the past, we'd cook at home like 3 to 4 days out of the week, but then that's literally like almost 50% of the week that we're eating out on those other 3 days. So we're trying to close that gap, but I'm all about making small incremental changes. I'm at a point right now where I'm working out 5 times a week. If you want to know how I got to that point where I'm just like super consistent in the gym, you should definitely check out this video about how to exit your lazy girl era for good. It's gold. It's a lot of mindset stuff, but I'm focusing right now on the meals because I have the gym down. Like, I pre-schedule my workouts every single weekend. I have a trainer that I go to 2 times a week now. And so basically I just have to show up to what I've already scheduled and committed to, and I will hit that 5 every single week. The meals piece has been the thing that's been a little bit of a challenge because I'm really trying to create a system where these meals are easily replicable for us every single dinner. Lunch is pretty straightforward, breakfast is pretty straightforward, but it's really those dinner meals that are more time consuming. So I want something that's like easily replicable week by week, with Fridays being the day that I kind of experiment. I'm just excited to be able to try something new and kind of like learn a new skill that I never really had. Another fitness goal that I wrote down is to interrupt work blocks with a mini walk. I'm the type of person that can sit and zone in for literally like 3 hours if I need to. And that's great for work, but it's not so great for my back and for like the fact that I'm sitting down for 3 hours. Even if I need to interrupt that with a walk around my apartment, I'm going to do that. At least once an hour, I'm going to get up and walk around my apartment, go downstairs, take a walk outside, like something that just gets me in the habit of not sitting for hours on end. I'm excited to kind of use this as a little companion. I want to get to a point where when we're checking in, I'm also doing like a reflection on the week before. Last week, I didn't start this challenge and I knew I was starting this week. So I kind of went all out. My brother-in-law was also in town. We call him the Tasmanian devil because when he comes to town, we go to In-N-Out and then get pizza and then get tacos, and it's just a vibe. It's so much fun. I got it out of my system and now I'm ready to just go zone in with the occasional cheat meal once a week. I do think that that's healthy and I always look forward to that. I know in a lot of my videos on this channel, I talk about a lot of things that may come across vulnerable, but to be honest, nothing is more vulnerable than sharing this with you guys. This has been something, like I said, for literally over half of my life that I've struggled with. The fact that I'm on this mission to heal the 16-year-old version of myself publicly. You're gonna see how these jeans are looking at me. You're gonna see how my measurements are lining up. You're gonna see, and I'm gonna be honest about what I did the week before, where I fell off, where I succeeded, what's still challenging for me, how it's feeling emotionally. All of this is probably the most raw and vulnerable thing that I could possibly talk about. I just feel very grateful to have an audience of baddies that I honestly feel very comfortable sharing this with. Obviously, I'm not a fitness and health channel, but I am more of like an advice mindset channel. And I really want each of these episodes to not just be infused with inspiration and motivation. I want to share with you perspectives on things like body image, why I don't get on the scale, how I'm challenging myself and pushing myself out of my comfort zone, how I'm just looking at health through such a different lens now that I'm in my 30s. Those are the kinds of topics that I'm just so excited to dive into through this limited series. If you enjoyed this episode, I hope that you bring a friend with you next time. Let's leave people even more powerful than we found them. See you on the next one. I love you.